We've got new details on a mass arrest that ended a New Year's Eve party after police found a tiny little bit of drugs. And wait till you hear these details. Officers arrived at this party after hearing what was reported as gunfire. And they detected the odor of marijuana and observed subjects fleeing the premises, probably because it was being raided by the police. While conducting their investigation, officers noted marijuana in plain view and initially recovered a semi-automatic handgun, which contextually is either a right that all Americans have, or if it's a person of a different race, it's cause to arrest dozens and dozens of people. So they reportedly entered the house without the permission of the partygoers, and after less than 1 ounce of marijuana was discovered, 63 attendees were arrested and sent to jail because no one claimed the drugs as theirs. So they had to arrest 63 people. Damn, that's a big party. I've never had a party that big. Everyone at the house was arrested for possession of the marijuana, which police say was in everyone's reach or control. Although to be fair, it was 1 ounce. So I'm sure some of those 63 people were out of arm's reach of it. And according to jail records, the 63 individuals who were arrested on Saturday night were processed by Monday night. That's quite a gap there.
Oh my God.
All were charged with a single count of marijuana possession, although that's literally impossible for them to have all possessed it. It would have to be like 1 grain at that point. The individuals arrested were predominantly black males, aged 19 to 25. You will be shocked to find out. And Channel 2 reports some have lost their jobs as a result of spending multiple days in jail because of course. Now you should understand that this was in Georgia. It was in Cartersville, Georgia. Now in Athens, Georgia, black individuals are 4.7 times more likely to be charged with a marijuana violation than white individuals. The same discrepancy exists on the national level as well. So I wonder if perhaps that had something to do with what happened in Cartersville.
So I had an interesting experience reading this story, John, because in the beginning they don't talk about what the race is. So as I'm reading the story, I'm like, man, it's Georgia. So they're more conservative there. I didn't even think about race. I'm just thinking about the war on drugs and how stupid it is. My God, they're arresting 63 people for 1 ounce of marijuana. Then I read they were threatened with tasers. Okay, I'm like, all right, partygoers more likely to be black as we keep going in the story. Then they were locked up in cages.
Or tied with zip ties.
Okay, zip ties, I get they were arrested. And then they put them in cages. Then they're kept in jail for all that time. There's no way they're white. No. Okay, they're going to lawyer up. People are going to come. Is there going to be worried? 63 people at a party, at a white party. Somebody's going to be powerful. We got to get them out of here, right? Yeah. Lock them up. Let alone keep them in jail for all that time. Have some of them lose jobs, etc. And then I saw this quote. They told me I was unfit person to have a baby. Like, all right. And I was going to ask you, because I didn't think it was going to be in the story, hey, can you look up if they're white or black? And if they're white, I'll come on there and be like, hey, I thought they were going to be black, but it turns out they're white. And then you read later in the story, of course they're black, of course. So you think they go into a white party and arrest 63 people and put them into cages over 1 ounce of marijuana. You know why they went in the first place? They're worried about gunshots. They find out it's fireworks. White people are having a party with fireworks. There's 1 ounce of marijuana and they arrest them all. No way, no way, no way. I know we're crazy on the war on drugs, right? And it's like anything is possible now, right? And cops are shooting moms in yoga pants. But it doesn't look, it's an unbelievable anecdote. But if you say, hey, it's just an anecdote, John just gave you the numbers. In a similar town in Georgia, 4.7 times more likely to get arrested if you're black. The national average is a little lower, to be fair. You're 3.7 times more likely to be arrested, even though you're just as likely to smoke marijuana if you're white or black. So are they targeting black people in mass throughout the country? And it doesn't have to be purposeful. The cops there don't have to go with the mindset of, I hate all black people. If they're black in there, I'm going to arrest everyone. They don't have to think that. That's not what we're saying. But there are assumptions that they make. There's stereotypes in the back of their heads, which leads to black people being arrested 4 times the rate of white people for the same harmless offense of smoking marijuana, or in this case, not smoking it.
I mean, I don't know how many cops they had there, but how did one not just like look around as they're carting out dozen after dozen after dozen of people, just think, what the hell are we doing? We got in this supposedly because of something having to do with justice. And you have to go pretty far astray to end up with this sort of situation. And yeah, I mean, the racial component, like, so as you point out, like I like to be very upfront about the things I don't have enough experience to talk about. But I will say that in this case, I have literally decades of experience of being white. And there has never been a party of 63 white people between 19 and 25 that didn't have an ounce of marijuana, okay? You can break up every party I've ever been to if you want to and card them all off. You could take their weed, you could take their Dave Matthews CDs, you could do it all. But they don't, obviously, because of the racial component to all of this.
Okay, and last thing, guys, look, there's 3 layers to this story. There's the outrageous war on drugs, is so monumentally stupid. There's the racial angle, which we discussed. But there's an argument to be made. The most important angle is the class angle.
Yeah.
Because like it is conceivable, the only way that it's conceivable is it's 63 white guys in a holler in the middle of West Virginia, right? And they don't give a damn about you.
Also, it'd be meth.
Right, well, it might be a different drug, but it's okay. They don't care about you. But you know in your heart of heart, it doesn't matter, you all know it doesn't matter if you're a right winger or left winger. There's no way they're arresting 63 people in a party in Beverly Hills over an ounce of marijuana. It is not a thing that happens in this country. It will never happen in this country. There's no way they're arresting 63 people at Princeton. There's no way they're arresting 63 people on Wall Street. It's just not going to happen over an ounce of marijuana. But if you're poor, they don't care about you. They just look at you as something they have to process, not as actual human beings.
I think they would not arrest a party of 63 people in Beverly Hills if they had an ounce of weapons grade plutonium.
If you like this video, bless your heart. We got a lot more where that came from. We do a full show every day, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy it ad-free by becoming a member, tytnetwork.com/join.